Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to Adjacent, recapping Hunting Wives, episode 6. I think I have a favorite picture.
What?
Kyle. Margot Mandy's brother.
Oh.
What
that was
the
that was the only nudity for the whole show.
I didn't see it. Thank God.
he did.
He was funny.
He was funny.
He was.
He made our Sophie a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She was like,
I'm gonna say somebody that does like a meth drag in front of you and then says, "Hey, you got to take me somewhere." The answer is no.
She is the most gullible idiot I've ever seen.
I know. I wrote that. I said, Sophie is stupid.
I can't comprehend it. I'm like, no.
I also think it's funny that the getaway car was a Tesla.
Way to go, Elon. Very, very, lots of turning parts in this episode.
Absolutely. So I was watching and I was like, okay, so like we predicted the last time, Sophie is gonna be the solver of the mystery as to who done it. It took a lot of twists and turns. I don't want to be a spoiler alert, but this is gonna have some spoiler alerts. How's that?
Well, I mean
we're recapping, so we have to recap. I
don't know how you discuss this episode without full disclosure of
right. So Margot is being interviewed and she is because her husband's running for governor of Texas and just all the craziness with that. It just shows you how fake all those politicians can be. Not all of them, I'm sure, but how she's sitting there talking about things that she definitely doesn't believe in. Sorry, my dog is drinking her water right now. You thought that was a preview of some women going down on each other. As George just slopping up the water.
It's just Georgia's thirsty, not Sophie and Margot.
Yeah. And so when she's walking out of the news station, she finds an envelope where there's some dirty pictures of her with Brad. Who
do you think dropped those pictures?
The mom, which is gross.
I think it's One-Eyed Jack.
I don't. I think it's the mom. I think the mom knew all along. Remember, she said she didn't want to. So then Margot brings her friends together and has them all sign an NDA. Hence, what is an NDA between friends and Creepypasta Pete, which we'll get into. But she basically has her friends sign an NDA. Have you ever had to sign an NDA, Shelley?
Yes. When we were
as a realtor, you have to sign NDAs, right?
Sometimes, and when we were when we worked with at Barton Creek. When the celebrity golf tournament came in, we had to sign NDAs.
I don't think I did because I was just working in the terrace or in the grill. Yeah, I guess if you were like having to go up to the room or something like that, delivering things that they don't want people to know about.
Yeah,
like on their writer list or something.
Yeah. I know that John had to, like, there were some people that stayed at the hotel that would get real rowdy, and they
Yeah,
had to sign NDAs for those
Guns N'
visits.
Roses. Axl Rose got.
Sure.
I didn't have to sign it. He got a little. Frustrated with his ex.
And we've had a couple of movies made at our property, and we've had to sign NDAs for that.
I have not had to. Although I think it would be funny if every time I had people hang out with me, they had to sign an NDA.
Well, I'm fascinated by pull up my name and delete all images. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, is that an option? That's incredible.
But the preacher's wife said no.
No, thank you. I think that's ridiculous.
But you're right. That probably is a red herring.
I think this is hilarious. I think it's hilarious that she was like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's crossing the line. Thank you for lunch.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and go. I thought that, well, thank you so much for having me for lunch. And then she packs up and goes.
I did like the one that was the model. And she goes, oh, I have to sign these all the time. Okay.
Oh, so funny. Hilarious.
But maybe you're right. I do, like, we kind of predicted that we think that the mom had something to do with Abby's passing, mainly because of the promise ring being taken. I think we were like, you know, maybe. But maybe with the pictures it is with the mom, because that would really be even more disturbing than the whole everything else that's going on.
Yeah. I am wondering if, because Pastor Pete did those purity rings, if he gave Abby a purity ring and he's taking it to give to his next victim.
Ew, by the way, ew. Gross. So it looks like at the end, Pastor Pete, who cannot get rid of that beanie for some reason, and the Texas heat, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But he takes his next victim out, gives her a sip of the airport size vodka bottle, and there was something in it, so he roofied her.
Yeah.
And the poor little girl was trying to escape his car, saw Abby's sweater in there, and he got her into the car, and then that was the ending, driving her away. And right before that, we saw the preacher's Julie cleaning her car OCD style. But we noticed before she's quite an OCD cleaner, so maybe she's just really fastidious in her cleaning skills. But she was really going at that blood stain or whatever was on her car.
You know what really upset me about this episode the most is the family with the buggy seeing a little girl
getting dragged into the car and not calling the cops,
not intervening in any shape or form.
Y'all have a baby. Say something.
Yeah, I just was like, are y'all seriously
watching this poor girl get pulled in? Say, hold on, sir, let's chat here. This looks very crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
if she is that overserved, we probably need to get her to the hospital, not just take her home and let her sleep it off with creepy Pastor Pete.
Ugh, Pastor Pete. So I think Pastor Pete's gonna get looked at pretty harsh.
Oh yeah, the detective's all over that, and so is Sophie. And so,
but how smart was Pastor Pete to not put his alcohol bottles into the recycle bin, which that's where I would put all my bottles, and instead he put it in a black trash bag, so that to cover up evidence. And then,
so strike two, Pastor Pete, you don't even recycle. He is a creeper. You don't care about the environment, and you're a pedophile.
Ew. Well, a rapist is what he is.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, pedophiles are rapists, and he's a rapist too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's disgusting. And interesting that the preacher, that's the thing that in the past, where these people go and work at churches or schools sometimes, and they come from other places, and the other place just wants to get rid of them, and then they don't fully disclose why sometimes they're getting rid of some of these people. So
No, he knew. They talked about it in another episode where he
yeah,
was like, "You're lucky to be here," but he's protecting his
his self-interest.
money making church. I mean,
Yeah,
it is so. Hey, the police are concerned. Why aren't you, as a man of the cloth? Why aren't you leaning in and helping the police instead of protecting your name and going?
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
y'all should talk. We gave him a second chance, and we had to let him go and be honest about it versus protecting. I mean, how are you protecting the church when the people that go to your church are being roofied by your pastor?
Yes.
And so why does this serve you? But then he goes home and he does the same thing. It's like, y'all need to get your story straight. It's like,
Yes. Can we go back to the beginning when it goes back to Margot and Kyle robbing that old man, taking his truck? And then I'm like, and then where did you sell his truck? I mean, I just went to the title, a government title, and buying a truck and that was a nice truck, for $1,500 from a bunch of kids. Does that make any sense?
well, I think that is a shady situation. It's not government was not involved. Those tags, they probably stole tags off of other cars. I mean, that is not an up and up situation. When a little 16-year-old girl comes in with her obviously already, anxiety ridden brother and sells you a car.
Oh my gosh, that mom, she looked like a crazy woman.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty insane watching them take that heist to that level. Um, interesting.
Well, I got a hard time with Margot not covering her tracks, going and dropping off another $10,000 to her brother and saying, "Hey, I was with you on that night." I mean,
But he didn't remember.
he was like, "I was getting." I mean, he changed the narrative, and then she went and talked to the doctor.
Yeah. But why do you think Margot went to go see Sophie in the motel?
Because she thought she took those pictures.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
I mean, Jody, if you were in this situation, would you open the hotel door to Margot?
No.
I mean, you've lost
You're
your
like,
damn
Emma.
mind.
But I think Sophie's trying to get answers.
Sure, but why are you talking to the person that threw you under the bus?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't trust Margot as far as I can throw her. And when she stood over Sophie, I was like, gosh, that woman's so tall.
Yeah. You know what this all reminds me of is like, I know it's more modern day and more risque and everything, but it reminded me of Knots Landing. And this episode exactly was like, oh, this reminds me of Knots Landing and Dallas and all of those. Just
Yeah,
how,
for sure. How
just more
Southern.
modern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
And now I'm like this. Okay, what's next? What's next? Episode 7.
Well, let's make a prediction. I think
Yeah.
they're going to take Pastor Pete in and they're going to find out that he's been roofing people. And they're basically probably going to lock him up for being a rapist, but kind of throwing that they have another suspect in the pile. And then I think Margot's lies are going to be revealed as we get closer, I think. What do you think?
Oh, I think and I think that's why she ends up dead. But yeah, I mean, there's uh, I I don't think her husband will allow anything to get in the way of him becoming governor.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so,
maybe he'll get some sympathy for
yeah. Well, I'm
her
gonna
death.
do a lot of twists and turns and go. Sophie and Margot's husband end up together, and
Oh gosh.
just joking.
I think she hightails it back to Boston. I'm
Oh my
like, I am
gosh.
out of here. I'm taking my kid and I'm leaving. And
Yeah.
I think they're probably going to end up oddly back together and torturing for years
Uh,
before they get a full divorce.
um. Uh. The Abby's mom allowing Sophie into her house is so disturbing.
Oh, well, yes, I
And
could see that. Yeah,
whose baby was she watching?
I think wasn't that the little girl that worked at Whataburger?
Abby?
No, Abby didn't work at Whataburger.
Yeah,
It
she
was another
did.
girl. Oh,
Yeah,
it or the brunette that Pastor Pete was with. I don't know.
she has a baby.
I thought so.
Who's
One of
the
the
baby?
teenagers has a baby.
Is that Brad and Abby's love child?
No, she aborted the baby.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, but no. No, no, no. Yeah, I have no idea who
Uh,
that baby is.
yeah.
Hmm.
If you're watching and you know who the baby is, let us know because I don't know who baby that is.
Yeah. Huh. So, yeah, I don't know whose baby belongs to.
No.
Anyway, um, yeah, I think if I was that mom, I would not let Sophie into my house. I'd be like,
No,
no, you are a potential murderer of my daughter.
but regardless, you're friends with Margot and Jill. Y'all, no, I don't want to be around anybody that's associated with those lunatics.
Lunatics, and remember how rude y'all all are to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think that the pastor's wife did it, Julie?
I still find her to be the number one suspect, and
Yes.
I've, you know, they're just now starting to look at her. You know, that people are starting to go, huh, what's this? So I'm sure there's going to be another twist, but I'm not a good
Sorry, I think her
speculator.
Jill. I
Jill.
called her the wrong name. Yeah, Jill.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've been calling her Mama the whole time. Brad's mom. Who at this point, who do you think it is?
I definitely think it's the mom. I started thinking that back, I think, in episode 4, I think.
You said at the beginning, I think it's the mom.
Mhm.
Episode 1, I think it's the preacher's wife. And then when we started speculating, you were like, that's Pastor Pete, and I said the mom.
Pastor Pete's too obvious.
Yeah, he's a deflection.
Yeah, he's too obvious.
It's a creepy deflection. I wonder if he's bald under that beanie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why we wear baseball hats.
Don't give away all our secrets.
We get those hats that have the hair.
Have hair. Yeah.
On.
Hilarious.
Well, if you haven't been watching, keep watching. Let us know what you think of The Hunting Wives. We're gonna go watch episode 7 and review hopefully today or tomorrow. So keep listening.
Bye.
Hey, Texas, Texas, yeehaw.